The DJ.Studio app is a DAW, a digital audio workstation specifically designed with DJs in mind, and they just had a huge update that makes the already intuitive workflow even better. We're going to go over all of the new features today. Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here. Welcome to the channel. So we've covered DJ.Studio app in the past. It's really good for making mashups before your event and pre-mixing a playlist. And that's exactly what I needed earlier this month. It was my wife's birthday. We were renting out the local skating rink. We're inviting all of our friends. And I really didn't want to be behind the decks. And for all the parents out there, you know that little kids, cake, skates, they're going to be wild. That is a full-time responsibility to run after them or skate after them in this case. So I wanted to have good music that flowed and transitioned nicely, but I didn't want to be behind the decks at all. And I wanted to use my Denon DJ Prime Go Plus, something that could handle the music as well as the lighting, just all in one compact unit. So using DJ.Studio app just made perfect sense to pre-mix a playlist, add some songs that my wife loves that matched this kind of disco Barbie theme. And what's so great about the DJ.Studio app too is that it's very dynamic when you're mixing your playlist. And if you need to add songs, it makes it pretty easy. Because after my first draft of this playlist, K-Pop Demon Hunter came out and my kids are obsessed with it and I had to incorporate all of those songs. And what's really cool too is that DJ.Studio just made a huge update into their UI and their sound engine, improving the quality as well as the workflow. And if you've used DJ.Studio in the past, you'll really appreciate these new features. So some of this is going to be review. If you watched my other video on DJ.Studio, right, you can see my wife's birthday mix is right here, but let's just create a new one. And remember, there's a mix where you have basically a playlist mix with a ton of songs, and there's a mashup where it's more designed to mix just a few songs, and it does it in an open DAW style canvas format. Okay, let's go to DJ Mix. And something to note is that it has a lot of new integrations, which is really cool. So you select your songs, add them to the mix, and you'll notice that it processes things a lot quicker. There's different options to order your playlist. You can order it harmonically by key and BPM, making sure that the BPM and energy matches. Gives you some control of the transitions. So let's go ahead and do Harmonize AI. Here is our timeline with all of our songs. All right, your playlist is mixed and it's time to export it. Just kidding. But seriously, the AI is quite good and the results are quite good as is. But in this video, I want to go over some of the new UI features. So this demo would just not be very interesting if it ended here. So what's cool about DJ.Studio is that it gives you the flexibility to manually manipulate some of these transitions. And this new supercharged interface makes it easier than ever. And so just with this does 90% of the heavy lifting, and this is already going to be better than just playing back the playlist with Engine DJ or even Virtual DJ. If you want to change the order, you totally can. And what's really cool too is you can see some of the decisions it made and why it chose the songs it did. You can look at the BPM, you can see the mood, the change in energy. It's changing the key only subtly. Something that has also improved big time is this tempo lane. It was kind of hard to manipulate before, but now it's just makes intuitive sense and it's easy to change. Yeah, let's listen to a transition. My hips don't lie, I'm starting to feel it's right. The attraction, the tension, baby, this is perfection. All right, so one thing that we could tweak is that the vocals cut out right here on the Shakira song, but the Bee Gees comes in a little bit sooner. So there's a number of things we could do. So we could move this track around so that the vocals don't come in until after here. Or we can use stems. The stems workflow has improved a lot. For one, it's a lot quicker to generate the stems. And when you generate stems, it doesn't just do it for a portion of a track, it does it for the whole track. So if I decide to make this transition even longer, the stems are already generated. I don't have to redo it. The stems are a lot more visible too. They're all color coded. Blue is vocals, red is melody, yellow is bass, green is drums. So we could just do a nice little swap. Yeah, they made it a lot easier to just click these dots and move them around. You now get volume automation lines per stem. So I'm just gonna move this here. Move that there, move that here. So the vocals won't start until after this point. So let's take a listen.
I'm starting to feel it's right. The attraction, the tension. Baby, like this is perfection.
All right, pretty smooth, pretty nice. So let's go to another one, another transition, so we can demo some more of the UI. That's actually pretty darn good. So to be honest, so about 3 hours of music, I just had most of the transitions just be the default. I did throw in a few creative ones just to play with the software, but it almost wasn't needed. And then when you're done with your mix, you just click export, call it whatever you want, and then you save it. I will say that it is quite a bit faster rendering the MP3. Let me demo more of the UI using the mashup screen. So let's do a mashup just to show you what's possible. All right, so we have our 2 tracks added to the mix. So I need to find the point where I want to transition out of this.
Let me see you do it. Hey, strike from the back.
So about right there. So let's split it, delete this. Or do I want to? Yeah, so there's going to be a little bit of overlap over here. And the tempo, they're like the exact same tempo, so that makes it pretty convenient.
Damn, let me see you do it.
Okay, so I want it to transition here. Right after the A on Snap Your Fingers, I want it to fade out. Okay, so if I want to do like a simple fade where I just have the volume just go down, I can just go to this square right here and then just do a simple crossfade, maybe after the A.
Now walk it out. Now walk it out.
That's pretty good, but you can also like adjust like the instruments and the vocals, or you can like show all stems so that you can adjust just certain stems. So for example, if I want like the drums to go out right when they come in here, I can just like click on this white line and then click again, and then it will cut off right there. And then I'm not sure if I want the vocals to really overlap, so let me just put a couple of dots so it does a smooth transition. Let's actually bring it here. Okay, pretty good. I want this to echo out, but I only want to apply the echo out on the vocal stems, so let's extract it out. I'm gonna select just this, copy the vocals, so it puts it on this separate sample track. And to be honest, if we're gonna do that, I'm just gonna have the vocals fade out right there, so that we are just doing the vocals here. And then we'll apply some effects to it. And there's no way to make the delay persist after the clip has ended. It cuts off abruptly. So I have to select a longer selection and then mute it after the A. Let's apply the effects to it. Okay, here we go. We probably could play with it some more and make it even better, but I'm not going to. And let's add a sample, a drop sample right when we make the transition.
Let me see you do it. Now walk it out. Now walk it out.
All right, pretty cool. And then when you're ready to export your mashup, you name it something, maybe not literally, and then you can save it and use it. All right, so that's basically it. So my wife's party, it turned out great. It was a lot of fun. I didn't really have to play with the music too much. The kids were obsessed with Demon Hunter. They wanted me to like play it over again. So I just paused the premix and played some K-pop Demon Hunter and then resumed the premix. But other than that, yeah, it worked out pretty good. So I love DJ.Studio because it leverages the power of AI and it automates a lot of the process, but it also gives you the flexibility to manually tweak things so that you can actually have some fun and be creative. And it makes it really easy. So I am a huge fan of the software and I'm going to continue to use it. And if you're interested in checking out DJ.Studio, I have a link in the description below. What are your thoughts on DJ.Studio next? Let me know. Please smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.